Okay, fine. Good evening, all participants. We are here for the seminar, for the webinar, which is typically for the roadmap by which you can able to gather specifically to have the specific opportunity by which you are able to succeed in the preparation examination for the food safety officer. And we have the distinguished guest. It's my pride and privilege to welcome today's guest of honor, Dr. Vijaya Parmar. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Foodyaari, for inviting me. I am very thrilled to be here.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Fine. Good evening, everyone, and welcome for today's session. As legendary philosopher Aristotle once said, excellence is not just a singular act, it could be your habit. So, cracking a highly competitive exam like the food safety officer specifically requires exactly the way that we call daily habit of discipline, consistency, and proper set of dedication. And today, we are in conversation with someone who has personified the proper quote. Please welcome, ma'am. We have achieved the
Thank you so much.
phenomenal milestone, securing the first rank in the Jharkhand FSO Food Safety Officer examination. She is also distinguished herself as a qualified ASRB net candidate. Apart from that, much more milestones could be her in kitty. Typically, I can say that AIR rank fifth in with consent to the PhD recognition. Again, not only that, she is a well JRF qualified person, junior research fellowship with the AIR rank 25. So we can say in a nutshell, we have a distinguished guest, and with the help of that, you are able to prepare for the well in advance for the examination, because it is really right quoted, well plan is half done. So today we are planning for the particular thing with a proper concerns. So once again, welcome all the participants. So once when we are in the particular set, ma'am, first of all, I would like to just know one thing. When you checked the result and saw your rank first in the Jharkhand FSO exam next to your name, what was your absolute first reaction at that point?
So I did not check the result first. It was my husband who broke the news to me. And at that time, I was my eyes were full of tears at that time. And when he told me it was rank one, then it was very unbelievable for me. So I had to check it. It took some time for me to sink in.
Okay,
But yeah, I didn't expect rank one.
it's we can say rank one is not a general requirement. It could be a specific thing that you achieved in your career. So definitely a well wish for you, ma'am. When we're talking about the mistakes, generally students deliver number of mistakes. You see, or the aspirants also making that they should stop doing immediately. So what is the common
Right.
mistake we can share for that?
I think the major thing is not understanding the syllabus.
Okay.
If you understand the syllabus, then you know how to go about it.
Okay,
So I would say
so it means nothing but for proper preparation, we must require the proper set of preparedness with the syllabus point of view.
preparedness.
Fine.
Right.
Okay. Ma'am, actually, you expect that you got the topper for the examination in the government of Jharkhand, or
I think,
just simply qualifying is your main motto during the particular scenario?
see, when I was preparing, I just wanted selection, nothing else.
Okay.
And because for competitive examinations, you cannot be sure with the rank. Also, when you hear so much about setting and there is so much rumor about state competitive exams, I
Yes.
get to hear that there will be cheating and everything. But I want to tell everybody not to give in to those rumors and just give your best to the preparation, and then you will see the best outcomes to you. It will come to you. All the preparation, all the hard work that you have done, it will give you the best results. So in my case, I did not expected rank one, but yes, I had some expectations for my selection.
Regarding the qualification, you have the proper set of things. Okay.
Yes,
I can say hard work paves the way. Definitely.
exactly.
And
I truly believe that.
yes, fine. And generally, every aspirant faces some of the moments of self doubt. because the journey of preparations to deliver is somewhat long lasting in nature. So could you suggest some ways to push it, some bars by which we can curtail?
I think the first thing is be confident in your knowledge. Whatever hard work you have put in, trust it and believe in yourself and never give up. This is what I have learned from my journey. It took me some time to reach here, and I believe it happened because I didn't give up.
Okay,
I continuously gave exams, I worked hard. So I think perseverance and discipline is the key to any success.
fine, right. So without taking much of your time, I'd love to invite today's guest of honor, Dr. Vijaya Parmar ma'am, to share their screen and take us through the presentation which they have prepared. And definitely ma'am, the platform is yours. आप सभी बने रहिए और सभी के लिए एक सूचना है, वट एवर क्वेश्चन यू हैव, आप क्वेश्चंस आपके चैट बॉक्स में उसमें डालिएगा. द क्वेश्चंस विल टेक एट द एंड पॉइंट, बट आप उसमें सवाल आपके कुछ है तो आप डाल दीजिएगा उसमें. सवालों के बारे में हम सबसे आखिर में बात करेंगे. Now it's time to yours. Please, I will. It's my pride and privilege to hand over the podium to you.
I am also very, I feel very privileged to be here. And I can see the number. We have 365 people who have
Yes,
joined us. And it gives me immense pleasure to talk to them, to interact with them. And I cannot wait to, do this.
yes,
Thank you so
definitely, ma'am.
much. Let me
Thank you,
share
ma'am.
the screen and let's
Yes,
start it.
yes,
Please let me know if you can see my screen.
yes. It's visible.
Okay, so let's start the becoming of a food safety officer. For all of you who are, FSO aspirants, or you think it is a good job to be in, and so, having said that, I feel you should know about your speaker a little bit more. So, I'm all up for judgments. So, I'm currently serving as a food safety officer under the government of Jharkhand in Dhanbad district. I have done my graduation, post graduation, and PhD in food technology itself, and I have qualified various national exams like JRF, SRF, NET, Junior Food Analyst Examination, which is conducted by FSSAI. I have my own channel called Food Tech Quiz. I invite you all to that, especially if you want to connect with me. And professionally, I have also served as an assistant professor, and I've also worked in corporate for about 2 years. So, yeah, that's about me. Moving forward, so you shall expect from this is knowing who exactly is a food safety officer and what is the difference between central food safety officer and state food safety officer, and what is the recruitment process, how to go about with the preparation, what books to read, and especially about how to read them. And then we will have a short Q&A session where you can ask your questions to me. Now, starting with the food safety officer. So, a food safety officer is an enforcement body which is appointed under the state or central body. The central body, we know it is the FSSAI, which is Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. And when we talk about state authorities, it is the mostly the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare in the respective states. Now, so the true essence of the definition that you just learned about food safety officer is as per given in the Gadget of India. The Gadget of India, which is given by the FSSAI. Now, the true essence of a food safety officer lies in the roles and responsibilities of the job. So there are two things: roles and responsibility. The first is responsibility, that is meaning that we have to ensure food safety and compliance to the rules and regulations made by FSSAI. Other than that, we can talk about the role. You can think of certain ways how to fulfill those responsibilities. there should be regular inspection, there shall be seize, search. If there is any doubt about any food article is adulterated, misbranded, or unsafe, then you can also seize the item. You have to take the sampling of those items and send it to various labs in order for it to get checked and approved. So these are the various roles and responsibility. So this particular infographic I took from the manual of food safety officer, which is there in the on the website of FSSAI. You can, whoever has ever read the manual can recognize this infographic. I think it is the best description of the role and responsibilities of the food safety officer. Now, also one of the thing that comes in the responsibility is that you also have to be an awareness creator in your region. For example, uh, there are many schemes that are promoted by the FSSAI. So those are implemented and executed in the region by the FSOs only. And although there are other volunteers, but mainly those are those are seen as the responsibility of the FSO. So for example, if you're dealing in your state, and especially if you talk about state, the petty hawkers are under your jurisdiction. So whenever you go out for search or inspection and you see something wrong happening, for example there is a hygiene problem, it is your responsibility to first educate the petty hawker about how he should go about handling the food items, what is hygiene, give him the awareness before going with the punitive action or the prosecution. So the bottom line of a food safety officer is that he or she is not just an enforcer but also an enabler. So you also enable the food safety ecosystem in your area. So now talking about the mostly confused thing, that is the what is the difference between a central food safety officer and a state food safety officer. So see, the one that is employed by the FSSAI or any other central government body will be called as CFSO, that is the Central Food Safety Officer. And if recruitment is done by the state, it will be called as State Food Safety Officer. Now, another difference is based on who they are employed for, or uh, for central licensed businesses whose turnover is more than 50 crores. They come under central licensed businesses. Those are checked by the CFSOs, and whose turnover is below 50 crores, those are checked by the state CFOs. Now, below 50 crores are also people who have registered their businesses. So there is a difference between registration and licensing. So let me just clarify that too. So any businesses which is below the turnover of 1.5 crores, they are supposed to get the registration. So those businesses are also under the state food safety, under the state license, and they have to be checked and invested under food safety officer of the state. So, and the third major difference is about the salary. There's so much confusion about it too. Let me clarify that the CFSOs, which are recruited by the FSSAI, they are mostly, I think the last pay level that they have been recruited at was pay level 7. But in state, it varies from 6 to 12. Like in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and Punjab, I think it is sixth pay level. And for my state, which is Jharkhand, it is pay level 9. For UP also, it is pay level 9. And in Uttarakhand, it is pay level 8. These are some of the states which I have researched upon. And for West Bengal, it is, I think, pay level 12. Also, please don't blindly believe on what YouTube videos tell you, because I think I've seen so much wrong information spreading. about the pay level. Also, if you want to accurately check it, there is a go for advertisement first, see what is the pay range given, and check it with the fitment chart that is given by the government of India. So this is about the difference between types of the CFSOs. Now coming to the recruitment process. So now coming to the recruitment process, the process is it mostly starts from the notification, both for the central and the state government. Now in central recruitment process, we have seen preliminary and mains, both mostly objective, the CBT exams, and you have to pass the preliminary exam in order to give your mains exam. And now in some states we have two exams, but sometimes it is only one written exam, which may or may not be followed by the interview. And in my case, that is in Jharkhand, we had two written papers on the same day, and there was an interview process as well. So mostly the interview process is only seen with the states, but not all states conduct interview. In my state, there was interview, but I have seen other advertisements of other states in which interview is not there. But mostly in states, you will get the interview. So whatever states you're preparing for, do check the marks for which you'll be appearing, because interview does play a big role. In my case, I would like to share a small anecdote that my marks were not highest, if as per the written examination. I think it was third highest, and it was due to interview that I was rank 1. I was given the highest in the interview. So the moral of the story for me is never to take interview lightly. Always be thorough with what your syllabus is, and even the interview, which seems like a very small part of the recruitment process, it does play a major role. And then if you pass both, you get selected, then there is a result. If you get selected, you go with your document verification, and once your document verification is done, then you get your joining and the appointment. Now also there is a lot of questions about eligibility, and there is a lot of confusion around this. So in 2023, the FSSAI has cleared it very specific, with the very specific gadget notification. And so if your degree, whether master's, bachelor or doctorate, lies within these disciplines of food technology or agriculture sciences, you are eligible to give this examination. So, for example, if your degree name is food engineering or food engineering and technology, food processing technology, not exactly food technology, but the names that are given matches to the one that are present on this list, then you are eligible. The students that have come to me from I think home science background, they've asked me if they can appear for this CFSO or the state FSO exams. I'm very sorry to say, but I don't think that they are eligible. I have seen the home science people can appear for the technical officer examination, but not exactly the central food safety officer examination or the state food safety officer examination. So please do check your eligibility from this piece, which is given in the Gadget of India. Now coming to the syllabus. Okay. The syllabus part of the examination. So for central exams, you mostly have questions from technical portions. Technical portions means your food technology portions, your food technology, food microbiology, food chemistry, food processing, food engineering, food laws, food analysis, nutrition is also a big part, bakery, poultry, dairy, and quality assurance. So in state, the technical portion, mostly you can see about 50 to 60% questions are asked from technical portion. And in center, you get about 80% weightage of the technical portion. And then there is a general awareness part also. This comprises of your current affairs, your basic reasoning. Also, if you're giving the state exams, then the state specific GK also is asked. So with the weightage according to the state recruitment process, it is 40%. And with the keeping in mind the central pattern, it is 20%. Also, the weightage of the general awareness increases because of the interview. Because in interview, see, in my case, they have asked me many questions regarding to the GK of Jharkhand. So, if you are appearing for the interview, and if interview is a part of your state recruitment process, make sure that you are thorough with the GK. I'm not asking you to read a book. I didn't read it. I What I did was just reading the newspapers of Jharkhand daily. So this is what I did to just catch my GK with the state. Not Nothing more rigorous is needed. Okay. Now coming on to book. Sorry, book recommendations. So I will tell you about me that I didn't prepare straight from the books. I the Till today I have my college notes, and I still keep it in my iPad so that I can access it from anywhere. So if you have the college notes, I think it will give you the best of the best preparation idea. And the notes that you get in the college are, I think, the most important. If you read them, if you learn them, half of your syllabus and preparation is done. The second is, if you're appearing for the CFSO, I'm not talking about technical officer examination, but if you're appearing for the Central Food Safety Officer examination, you have to be very, very thorough with the FSSAI Act. And also make sure that you are visiting the FSSAI Act. You are going through every schemes that are put on the FSSAI Act. There are regulations that are present in there are, I think, 28 regulations. Not all the 28 are important, but there are few, like packaging and labeling and licensing and registration. There are few that you have to be thorough with, because they get asked in interview as well as in your written examination. Third, for my objective that are asked in the written examination, I made sure that I did this objective food science by, I think, the author's name is Sanjeev Kumar Sharma. And I think I did this book at least 4 times, 4 to 5 times I've done this book. And but whenever you do this book, be very careful, because there are mistakes in this book. I hope you know. So there are mistakes. I've also contacted the author for the same, and he was very kind about. He was very kind and generous about this, and he told me that he would correct it. And so yeah, but I think it is a Bible for every, government job aspirant, or if any, for any competitive exam for that matter, because it really helped me. I have followed this book during my JRF, during my SRF, during my net, and even today when I was giving CFSO. I think it really prepares you well. The fourth that I have mentioned here is food facts. Now, by Shakuntala Mane. See, now I do not mean. You have to keep in mind that every book that you read, you do not have to go page by page. You have to select few chapters and read only what is needed from that particular book. For example, for food facts, I only read macro molecules, that are carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and all those things from this Shakuntala Mane book. And from Potter, I read dairy. I read I think there were other dairy and bakery and other industrial those subjects. I will make a short note, and I will put it on wherever, if it is possible. I'll give it to Foodyaari for the best, for them to put in, because I feel that not all chapters are necessary to be read. In Potter, there are certain chapters you can read it because it is given very nicely. For food, Frazier, for example, I referred for my food microbiology because I have read it twice, Frazier, because I felt it really prepared my food microbiology well. And then I think for food chemistry, I have two recommendations. One is Phonema, but it is a very lengthy book. But I read it because I had so much time to read. I was doing my PhD, and second thing was it has a very easy language to understand. So, Phonema would be my one recommendation, but not exactly every chapter. Any chapter that you feel that you do not understand too well, I think then you should go for Phonema. And there is another, if you feel that Phonema is very huge and it is tough to cover, then there is another book which is Mayer, Food Chemistry by Mayer. I think it is also a very fantastic book, and these are my book recommendations if you want, but again I would say not every page from every book is recommended. Now, coming on to the Q&A section. I hope. Hello.
Fine, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, I thought I lost the connection.
No, not an issue.
Let me just.
You can
uh,
all
how do I.
just stop
Okay, I'll close.
from the share
Yeah,
queue.
stop share.
Stop.
Okay,
Fine.
I
Okay.
hope I wasn't too fast.
No, not an issue.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am, there are certain few questions I will take into
Yes.
account. We'll go one by one. Many of the candidates, many of the participants asking the simple first question, how can I start?
How can you start? Okay. So first, like, see, with me, I had the privilege of getting the best college notes.
Okay,
So if you are from food technology, I think the starting point is your college notes. If you're not from food technology, then I would suggest you to read Shakuntala Mane, Food Facts.
okay, fine.
That is the starting point.
Okay. Uh, some of the candidates who are working professional, the question from their end is like preparation while doing the job or dedicated without job they could prepare.
The entire time I have prepared, I was into something. Either I was doing my master's, either I was doing my PhD, either I was doing a job. So it is totally possible to do this with the job. You only have to be consistent. If you give 2 hours per day, I think you're good to go. Your selection is very much done.
Okay. And if suppose one of the question is like the candidate passed the examination, passed the graduation or post graduation 2 or 3 years back, he's continuously in the preparation mode, not a single type of experience, then is current scenario could be good for him to go for the examination.
Okay. This is a tricky. I
Tricky
mean,
question,
see,
yes.
I don't want to demotivate anybody, but with the government job, you cannot be sure. Please keep that in mind. Always have a plan B. Even I had to do my corporate thing just because I wanted a government job. Just because I wanted to have a plan B.
Okay,
I prepared for the government job and I gave the examination, but this could or could not have happened for me. In that case, you should always have plan B. Please, I don't think it is wise to leave everything and prepare for government job. I don't think it is wise.
okay. Next
At
question is
least I would
again.
not recommend.
Okay, fine. Next question is again somewhat tricky. One candidate say that is it hard to crack the exam only on the basis of BSc, it means the UG graduation, rather than the masters or the postgraduate or the PhD candidate.
I think it is. easier. The written examination is easier for people who are in bachelor's. It
Okay,
is easier. But
fine.
the interview is easier for people who have done their post graduation, like their PhD. Because when I gave my interview introduction, it looked very fancy when I said, I have done my PhD. It looked very fancy. I
Okay,
was a doctorate. So yeah, so there you're giving an impression. But with the written examination, I think the people who have done their bachelor's, they are more into study. They have more, revised everything, and they are almost ready for the exam. I think it is beneficial for people who have done their bachelor's only.
okay, because they are in the current scenario, so they could be having that
Exactly.
grab to attend the examination likewise. Okay,
Yes.
one question is like, could you mention some of the key high priority topics that an individual should cover for the exam preparation point of view?
I think it's, again, it differs for every like every exam. For FSSAI, I think there were many questions from its own regulations.
Okay,
But
okay,
if you are talking about only technical portion, and if we talk about some of the states which I have seen common, I think many questions are asked from dairy, many
okay,
questions are asked from food chemistry, food microbiology, and nutrition.
okay,
I
okay.
think these four subjects are very crucial to study thoroughly.
Okay, again, one question is somewhat, I think, from the reasoning point of view, because generally we are talking about the technical aspects, how we'll deal with the technical aspects. So one of the interesting question, how we can opt for reasoning as well as the non-math background for the non-math background people for the reasoning part.
Okay, so I am also not from a maths background.
Okay,
I
okay.
have done my
So you are
12th
the right
from
person to
biology.
ask the same, you to deal with the same question.
So what I did was I had one Arihant ka book
Okay,
for reasoning. I did that. I took my husband happens to be good, and he is an IIT, and so I took help from him how to do it.
okay,
So if
okay,
you have a good mentor, you have a good teacher, do take help from that person, and do your reasoning from any book that you see. There are many books that come. Take do practice, and I think you're good to go.
okay.
Not tough questions are there in the paper. They're very easy and moderate, and I think small preparation can save you.
Okay. Again, related to the yes, she asked for, is it required to have the daily practice or a bunch of 1 week to 1 month could be sufficient for the examination preparation point of view?
See, for in my case, I only studied for 1 month, and I
Okay.
could do that. I could only do that because for 9 years I have studied food technology.
Okay. So you are in the continuous phase. So that could be one
I
of the
was
assisted point.
Exactly, and I was, even after PhD, I was teaching food technology, so that helped
Okay.
me. But if you're not from food technology, I think it is very much required for you to do MCQs daily or study one chapter daily, because I feel it is not as easy as people think.
Okay. You like. It's clear. Okay. Again, related to the syllabus, is the syllabus of CFSO and FSO both are similar, or if different, in what aspect it is different?
The slide that I shared, I think it is different only in terms of the weightage of technical portion to general awareness portion. Otherwise, it is almost same,
Okay,
not much
or
different.
we can say that for the state FSO, it could be depend upon the state FDA's portfolio point of view. Likewise.
Yes, yes. It depends on the state mostly.
Okay, fine. Okay, one simple, we can say one the tricky question related to the pay scale. What is the basic difference between the pay scale 9 and pay scale 10?
Pay scale 9 and pay scale 10. I think you see, pay scale 9, I know because this is what I get. So it is 5,400 onwards. That means you get a salary of about 93 to 95,000.
So anything more than one.
Anything
Anything
more than
then 1 lakh or 1 lakh 15,000 could be nearby the pay scale 10. Likewise,
pay scale 10, I think so.
yes. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay, related to the preparation, can we opt for the preparation of technical officer and any specific traits we require to handle for that?
Sorry, could you please
For
call
technical officer,
for technical officer?
see FSSAI TO, how we can prepare for that?
I think for TO, mostly questions come from regulation. I'm not thorough with the syllabus of TO. Please forgive me, but as of what I remember from the past TO examination that I gave for the FSSAI, I remember that the most questions that came was from the regulations. So I think regulations have to be studied thoroughly.
Okay, and we also
The
can
FSSAI
regulation,
regulations.
definitely, because regulation or how to update the regulation, that is one of the key part which could be assisted
Right,
specifically by the TO. And as we know, the FSO is the person who is present at the ground level to enforce the
right,
things. Likewise, it could be
right,
there,
right, right,
right? Okay.
right.
Okay, now some of the questions which are from the basic eligibility point of view, I will just
Okay,
say you one by one. You could just note down they are eligible or not eligible from that concern.
okay.
Graduate in microbiology.
Graduate in microbiology. I think they're eligible.
Okay. BSc food technology.
BSc Food Technology is eligible. I am also BSc Food Technology.
Okay. We can say veterinary,
Veterinary, I am not. Just let me check the slide once more. I I
or we
don't
can
think
say
the
typically, I think it depends upon the notification that comes under the state FDK. Every
actually
state,
every state
yeah.
does they give out the notification, but because of the 2023
Mhm.
the eligibility criteria has been specified by the FSSAI.
Okay,
Now the states are going to regulate accordingly.
okay, okay,
So I think there will be change. Previously, I've seen MBBS and the veterinary people also used to give the exam, but I think now they will change it.
like pharma also probably could not be the part, pharma candidate.
I think so because in the gadget, the pharma is not given. They are not specified under the discipline of food technology or agriculture, for that matter.
Okay,
So I don't know
okay, fine.
about that.
Any specific questions that may be the highlighted point of preparation for the interview point of view?
So, see, in my case, Jharkhand, they asked me about the previous CM, and there were many. Even you will feel that there are absurd questions. There were
Mhm.
people who were asked about uh, subdivisions, divisions, administrative divisions,
Okay, okay,
etc. So I think what you if you're preparing for the interview, especially, you have to prepare mostly about what you cannot say sorry to. For example, if you are working somewhere and if they ask you a question about your workplace, then you cannot say sorry. You have to answer because that answer is expected of you.
okay,
But if there is a subdivision question, if there is a commission question, if there is a question about how many national parks are there, then you can say sorry.
okay,
But
okay,
apart from that, there are also questions about the. With me, they have asked. I think the question was, "What is a?" I think it was. What is the disease which is caused due to the deficiency of iodine but not goiter.
okay.
So
Likewise, the tricky
I had,
questions could be there. Okay, okay,
yeah, those tricky questions could be there. There were also scenario based questions
okay,
that for me there was a question that since you are a female and you're from Uttarakhand, you have no knowledge about the terrain of Jharkhand. So how would you go in the rural place and do inspection? So those are the scenario-based questions.
Okay,
So
okay.
it will take a whole bunch of 1 hour to explain how to prepare interview, but these are the key things.
And yes, I think related to the, this is the, I think precise question. The does
Right.
SFO State Food Safety Officer have the interview?
Mostly in every state, we see the interview pattern happening, mostly
Okay.
for many states, but I have not seen it in the central
Okay.
examination process. So
Okay, many of the time the question appeared that is BTech food technology eligible. I think no need to go for the question, because definitely BTech food technology are eligible.
yes,
MSc
yes,
biotechnology,
definitely.
candidate from the MSc biotech background,
MSc biotech, I think it is eligible. Yes,
definitely. Okay, so we can say in nutshell, from the agri domain, from the agriculture
yes.
university, specifically those who are pursued the degree from the agriculture university, all of them could be eligible. And yes, every state has the particular notification. Okay, huh. Any new notification that you know about the particular states for the FSO recruitment point of view?
I think many new notifications are coming out. I think very recently UPPCS has also given out notification. Then
Okay,
there was Punjab who gave out notification for FSO recruitment. Then I think Odisha and Bihar is too about to come. And I think these are the states that have popped up in my mind. But there are many states, if you search, they are
okay,
giving out a notification for FSO.
fine. Any particular age profile for the preparation point of view? Age limit?
So if you are an outsider from the state, I think the age for you is, I think, it again depends on the state, but mostly if you are in your above 35, you're not eligible, I think. But if you're below 35 and you're from outside the state, because if you are a candidate of the state, you have the state domicile, then you get relaxation in the age. But if you are applying from other state, then you don't. So it again depends. You have to see the advertisement. It again depends on the state that you're giving exam in.
Okay. Now this is one of the again legal question. Here they say, with concern to the preparation of non-technical part, is it easy to just prepare for the PSC syllabus? It means Public Service Commission syllabus. So with the help of that, can they opt for the FSO or CFSO for current affairs, reasoning likewise?
I didn't understand the question. Like with the PSC, how is
With
one
the
able to?
generally, if a candidate could pursue the some of the important examination, the PSC Public Service Commission, and whatever they prepare, like some of the important topics or subtopics, like current affairs, reasoning, comprehensions, English. So the same study could be useful for them to prepare for
Yes, yes,
likewise.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. It will help you definitely. For any exam, if you're preparing reasoning, it will help
Okay.
you in solving the problem in any question paper, whatsoever you're giving exam for.
Okay. Now this is somewhat, I think, the relatable question. Are the PYQ repeated every year? How they are importance?
I feel uh, 10 to 25% of the papers can get repeated. So
Okay. Okay.
please, and even if it doesn't get repeated, it gives you an idea. So with me, the first thing that I did was collect all the previous year question paper from every state, and I did it for about the first 5 to 6 days in the 1 month preparation. I had solved only previous year question paper.
Okay, so it means it could pave the way for the better understanding likewise.
It gives you a roadmap. It gives you a diagnosis test, and it gives you an idea about what to exactly prepare, what you should know, what this exam is about. It clears many of your doubt. So I would recommend doing that.
Okay, okay. Uh, any specific suggestions you could provide to the students who will opting the examination after seeing this webinar? what are your thoughts for the particular things?
I think don't just give this exam leaving everything in your life.
Okay.
Learn everything. Apply for a corporate job if you want to, because there also you will learn things which you can, use it in your preparation. So keep learning. This will help in your preparation. Don't prepare in vacuum. Don't leave your friends, your family, everything. It is not required. Trust me. This is coming from rank one. It is not required. You can have
Okay.
everything, but also have the energy to give in like 4 to 5 hours to the study when it is needed. That is the thing.
Okay, right. Uh, I think I again request all the participants to kindly put the questions on the legitimate manner in the comment section only. Don't directly jump on the first of all request point. Just you could ask the question in the comment section. That will be fine for us also. Okay. One candidate he is asking like that he is currently in the graduation. Results are pending. Is he eligible for the state FSO in his particular state?
Again, it depends on the state. For
Okay.
some states, you are allowed in your, or in fact, for most of the states, you are allowed in your appearing exams.
Okay.
For in your appearing year, like if you're ending this your graduation tenure, then the last year of your graduation is when you can give the examination, when you are expecting your degree. So
Okay.
that is your appearing year. So in that year also you can give. There is no
Okay.
problem. But for you again have to check it and validate with your notification.
Okay. So simple thing is nothing but validation point of view from the particular notification. That is one of the
Notification is
suggested point.
necessary.
Definitely suggested point
Yes.
of view. Okay. Now this is some of the applicatory for form of question for the academic person,
Okay.
that if a candidate having PG or the PhD, the selection chances could be increases.
Okay. Uh, See, I know people who have done their PhD and who have not gotten selected.
Okay.
I will tell you the truth.
Okay. But
And
generally the
so
chances from the chances point of view.
if you are in the interview and if you give a good impression, it depends on the board also.
Okay.
So lucky for me that it worked for me, but I don't know if it works every time. I don't know about that. But if you have done your PhD, definitely it gives you the confidence of appearing in the exam, because you know that you have the expertise, you know that you have the knowledge. So it gives you that confidence. I feel that is very much important to crack this examination.
Okay. And again, is there any reliable source to get the information about the PYQ or any important notification?
So the reliable source is going to the website. This is what I have done.
Okay.
I went to the website of even Telangana,
Okay.
Rajasthan in order to get the previous year question paper.
It-
So this is what I would recommend. Do not go for the anything that is you see on the website or on the Google or anything. Just
Okay.
go to the legitimate government site and download papers. Papers are everywhere if you have the determination to find it.
Okay. In for we can say in simple terms, for the for the state FSO, you have to go to the state login, and for the central, you have
Right.
to go to the FSSAI itself. Only the domain
FSSAI. Yeah.
specific things are there. Okay.
Yeah.
Again, one I can say this could be the skill based question. Any certificates that will helping out for the preparation point of view, because currently many students could pursue the number of certifications during the graduation or the end year of the graduation or during the post graduation. So, are the certificates could be helpful for such preparations?
I don't know if because I have never had done any certification course myself.
Okay.
The only certificate thing that I had was the certificate of qualifying junior food analyst examination.
Okay.
Other than that, which does give you give an impression to the board. So it again can help you with the interview. but I don't think it will help you with the written examination. The written examination is thoroughly based on your knowledge of
No,
technical portion.
actually the question is like for the preparation point of view, for the MCQ or the preparation point of view, if any such
I don't think
certification, okay,
no, no, no.
it does not in that
For
context, it does not really matters most. Probably some
no.
of the candidates must possess a certificate of HACCP during the graduation. Likewise, the question could be there.
The HACCP, the only two questions that gets asked is what is how many steps are
Steps
there
and
in
how many
HACCP,
friends.
principles are there, and what the principles are. I don't think a certification is needed in order to get that kind of knowledge.
Okay.
So it is totally on your wish.
Okay, so it depends upon the individual's candidate's, we can say, skill set, how he acquaint the points for the better results.
I think the skills are mostly required in corporate rather than for the government examinations.
Okay, so
I
we can
think,
say hard work and dedication.
yeah, yeah, sure. Hard work and dedication is like it gets you anywhere that you want.
Okay, again, this is from the technicality point of view or the helping hand point of view. Any YouTube channel you could go for the preparation.
I think we already have Foodyaari. I would recommend Foodyaari.
Okay.
I'll,
Uh,
yeah.
any more questions from the participants? BSc. Okay, these are okay. First is this is the situation. A candidate say that I have done the graduation and passed my paper. Then, due to lack of higher degree, my candidature is rejected. Is such circumstances could be there? I probably the
So
question is
in
there.
2016, in Jharkhand,
Okay.
one incident happened that
Okay.
the people who have done their, I think, biotechnology, they were from biotechnology background and they had the master's degree for it. And they were
Okay.
not, they were removed in their document verification process. And that person had the maximum marks in his written examination. So he
Okay.
went to high
Okay.
court. Then it took him 10 years. He went to high court. Then he went to Supreme Court. There he got a decision in his favor. And today he is a CFSO. He got that joining letter with us.
Okay. So that is one of
So
the
so
journey
that
I
is
could say.
why exactly. So that is why the eligibility that has been cleared by the FSSAI in 2023 is very important. Read that notification, which the cutout which I have posted in my slide, because
Okay.
it very specifically and distinctly it states that masters or the even if you have doctorate in biotechnology, you are eligible to give this examination. There should be no problem.
Okay, now many questions about the reference book. I could say the participants like ma'am already dictated about the number of books and number of points. But still, ma'am, could you, in a nutshell, could you say the preparation point of view, how the books are important?
I mean, books are very important because all the information that you get, the knowledge that you get of everything comes from the books.
It
So
means
yeah, book is important.
can we take the notes? The self notes are more important rather than just reading the books. That could be the question.
I think even the self notes are made
Okay.
from some reference book. For example, even the some notes that I made were from Shakuntala Mane, from Fenema. My
Fraser.
point is, yeah, from Frazier. Frazier is the best book if food microbiology, with respect to food microbiology. And I think I've read it twice because I liked it so much. So it is the best book if you want to cover your food microbiology. And just the point that I'm trying to make is not to read every page. It is not important to read every page from all these books that even I have mentioned. There are few chapters in each books that are important, and that should only be read thoroughly. And whatever you read, make sure you read it 10 times. Just revise it many times in order for you to get the confidence to, give the examination.
Okay. Could you just specify one of the example for any chapter that could be very easy to our participants how they will
Okay.
go for the preparation point of view?
For example, with Shakuntala Mane, I think the best chapters are carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, vitamins, minerals, and there are pigments. These were few of the chapters that I thoroughly read from Shakuntala Mane.
Okay. Okay, now this is somewhat interesting question. I know all the important points of the Food Safety Standard Act, rules and regulation, one each and every point for the preparation point of view?
Again, for the even in the FSSAI Act, there are some sections that are important than the others. For example, section 30, 38 is important. Then all the sections that are in chapter 9, chapter 7, they are important. So likewise, few of the sections are too important, but then you should know all the sections.
Okay,
I knew at that point, I knew all the sections when I was giving interview, because uh, at that stage, the stakes are high. You cannot
definitely.
leave the preparation. You
So the
have to be thorough with
so the
everything.
preparedness could be somewhat in typical time and typical manner. As you clearly said, that
Exactly.
chapter number 9 typically it deals with the offenses and penalties. 20
Right.
sections out of 101. So that is the most important chapter from the examination point of view also.
Right. Right.
Definitely.
Right.
Okay. Any specific strategy for preparation?
Do do the PYQs first,
Hmm.
and
Okay.
whatever books that you have studied in your syllabus or you have read, revise it again and again and again. Do your MCQs as much MCQs as you can get from anywhere. You can get, at least make a goal of doing 100 MCQs per day.
Hmm. Hmm.
These are few things. If you follow them, I think you will sail through with nice selection and rank.
Okay, I will take last some of the few questions. One quite good question. Any specific criteria for the exam pattern and cutoff mark system?
Cutoff mark system, I think it totally depends on how the paper is. If the paper comes easy, you will get higher cutoff marks. If the paper, there is no, I think there is no definite number which goes around with competitive examination. It totally depends on the level, level of the examination that it is. So if it is easy, the likeness of the cutoff is to be higher, and
Okay,
if it is tough, the cutoff gets lower.
definitely. That could be one of the added point for the preparation point of view. And yes, some okay about the okay. What about the international students who done the masters from outside India
Okay,
in food
outside India,
biotechnology or in MSc food technology? Probably, I think their graduation could be a point of consideration.
I think so. I think
Yes.
so, because anywhere in the notification they do tell you that it should be from the recognized Indian university.
Okay. Okay.
So I am not sure if they consider international university. I am not sure about that.
Okay. Fine. Uh, then most of the eligibility questions are already done with the regulations. Okay. How the dairy and nutrition part could have added advantage for the preparation point of view.
Yes, yes, definitely. They're very important chapters. And you will definitely see questions coming in your CFSO or state FSO exams. Definitely.
Okay, so we can say a chunk of part could be definitely there for the particular point of preparation point of view. For the
Yes.
exam pattern, there is somewhat exam pattern which is typical for CFSO, like objective or subjective. Likewise, the questions could be there.
I uh, I think the first time that they have conducted the examination, I'm talking about FSSAI.
Mhm.
The second paper was subjective, but
Okay, and the first
the
paper
recent
is
exam,
MCQ.
it was yeah, MCQ
Okay,
CBT.
okay,
But then the second time that they had conducted for the CFSO and the technical officer, both the papers were objective. So I think they're shift. Every examination is now shifting to objective type questions. So I would even just all the states are asking questions in objective types. So I would recommend preparing the objective types questions only,
Okay, okay.
not subjective.
Fine. Okay. Teja, talk about what if you have done the bachelor's from India. Okay, that question is already done. You have to check for your graduation, and as the eligibility criteria, typically when we're talking about the FSO, so every state FSO have the notification. So candidate, you have to check
Yes.
for the particular thing. And again, if you're talking about the international MSc or any particular domain, there is a, we can say, consensus for the same. You definitely have to check. Technical manager, just a second. Okay, typical how much time we require from here onwards for preparation of FSO or CFSO?
So if you have no idea about food technology,
Mhm.
I think at least 6 months of preparation is required. 6 to 1 year. Six
Okay,
months to 1 year. I think if you're very intelligent, you can do it in 6 months. Maybe if you leave everything and you can read so many books at a time and grasp, you're that intelligent to grasp all that knowledge, then maybe 6 months. But otherwise, there are many books. There are many things that you need to keep in mind. And if you have no knowledge about food technology, but then if you have knowledge about food technology, then for you the revision part is more important. Then it will not take much time. If you're lucky like me, who have done her graduation, post graduation, and PhD also in food technology, then it will take 1 month to revise. Then you
okay,
can do it, no
fine.
problem.
Okay, any ebook can you say as a source material?
No, I don't recommend ebooks. I think you should always go for legitimate, reliable sources. Those are only government websites and reliable books. No ebooks.
Okay, now this is the, I think probably last one or two questions I will take, because it's already a deadline of it. We already crossed the 1 hour
No
plus.
problem. No
Okay.
problem.
What should be the general mistake that should avoid during the preparation point of the candidate?
Don't get distracted into reading many books. Don't gather too much study material. It will only distract you. You have to you have to understand what a strategic understand the syllabus first, then you will understand your direction, and then accordingly prepare. Don't get distracted in too much syllabus, in too much courses, in too much books. Don't get distracted. Stick to the syllabus and stick to the pattern. Understand the pattern first of the examination and just stick to it.
Again, for participants, kindly provide the proper questions, that what could be the certifications apart from that. Number of questions could be repetitive. Please be on the topic. With onion, how is testing of non-veg food offers with onion very compulsory? Okay, testing of veg, non-veg foods are compulsory during the preparation point of view. I don't think that could be a
No, after you're recruited, you have to do testing of every food, whether it
everything.
is non-veg or
Definitely.
veg.
Okay,
Mm,
okay. So apart from our ideology, we have to do all
yeah,
the
yeah.
important
All
things.
the work, all the work that is assigned to you, you have to do it. And it does include the non-veg outlets as well.
Okay, okay. So we have to do all the things. Not an issue. Okay, generally, candidates, again, can we apply for any states? Every state has the notification. You have to check for the state notification. Like, for example, if you're talking about the Maharashtra, MPSC could be there. Madhya Pradesh, MPPSC could be there. Likewise, these are already available on the domain. You could avail
Right.
the same. Yes, definitely, you can apply for the state. Okay, any how internship during the graduation or post graduation could be useful.
I too did, no, I don't think it is required
I
in
think
your written examination.
rather than needed, it could be the integral part of the academic system. We can say that.
Exactly, exactly. You can only get your degree if you have completed
Yes,
your
definitely.
internship. That is
So
why
it
it is
could be the integral
required.
part. Okay. Okay. At last, ma'am, can you suggest some of the skill set, key important skill set that could be required?
I think the skills that I'm going to include for this are only soft skills. Like you should have the decision making thing inside you. You should know. You should have good communication skills because you will be on the ground.
Okay.
And yeah, the otherwise only if you have good study skills, you know how to study, you know how you can understand the syllabus well, you are good for your written examination, you can qualify, no
Okay.
problem. No much skill is required other than perseverance and discipline. Please keep that in mind. Hard work is the key.
Okay. Now this is the simple question. Can we apply for all the states? Though we are the domicile from one state, can we apply for all the state?
So again, you have to go through notification. For example, with many states, they have open criteria of selection. So with the Jharkhand, I think with Rajasthan also, and with yeah, with Jharkhand, Rajasthan, and with MP also, anybody from other states also, they were eligible to give the examination. But there are certain states like I think Punjab and Uttarakhand. I think only the people who have the domicile for those states can give the examination. So again, go through the notification properly
Okay.
and see
In
if they
any
allow you.
specific month of notification in the coming, we can say during the coming schedule for the CFSO?
For
That
the
could be
CFS, I'm
again.
very sorry to say that even the FSSAI, because see, most of the businesses in India today are under state license. So obviously, we need more state food safety officers
State for enforcement,
compared to the
yes.
central food safety officer. Please understand this.
Okay.
And therefore they have pushed and taken efforts for to the states to please recruit. It is the request of the FSSI that the states are recruiting
Okay.
heavily,
And
so you
apart
can
from
see all
that,
these notification.
yes, definitely. And apart from that, whenever
Yeah.
the chunk of central licenses could be there, at that point of particular locality, they require the CFSO. Likewise, we can
Right,
distinguish the
right, right,
points. Yes.
right.
Okay. I think Foodyaari can provide any specialized program. Yes, Foodyaari providing the specialized program. We already have the things. You could just go through the website on the courses of Foodyaari. You could get all the information over there. How to download it. That syllabus is already available to you on the public domain. Specifically, you will take the particular advantage for the same. Thank you. Okay. Jen. Okay, so yes, ma'am, it's a part of the process that we are in the last point, that is the vote of thanks. So I'm definitely, it's my privilege to thank you, ma'am, Dr. Vijaya Parmar, ma'am. Hearing the exact blueprint from the man and the deserved rank one holder has been an absolute masterclass for all of us in today's session. The way you broke down complex food regulations, some of the important balanced, how to balance our time frame and maintain the consistency. It's definitely an incredible, inspiring one for all of us. We are deeply grateful to you for taking out the time to share your journey transparently. And from the Foodyaari platform or from all the participants, I will say we will definitely it could be a helping hand for all our participants. So thank you all of you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I had a very good time here. Thank you so much.
Fine. Thank you, participants. Thank you.